How's it going? Sitting pretty here. January 22nd, 9:02, Wednesday. I got a bunch of hits, 662 of them on like my video the other day, and then like yesterday's video I got like 62 hits or something on one day. So there's something like interesting about me. Somebody commented on my video yesterday and said that people are talking about me in case I get a meat comment because of something I said in the video. But they said they did a screen capture of something I said, so I don't know if they meant a video capture with the sound, but I asked them what they're talking about, and they didn't tell me, but maybe it'll keep going up and then I get monetized. But no, they should subscribe to my main channel. Oh wow, check this out. I actually filmed this yesterday. It was my bird excavating my plants, and there was a plant there, dude. And he's trying to empty it out? What's he trying to do? I wonder what he's going to do eventually. I should give them a bunch of stuff to like straw to make nests, but yeah, there's a plant there, and yesterday I did a video where I was filming him oops, I need to zoom out to find it. I thought I could find it without zooming out. That one. And there was a plant, yeah, and that one, he might go for that, but there's a healthy plant in that just the other day. And so, oh look, you know, he's gone. Maybe it's just his nature to bite and then, like, let it fall down. I don't have that light on right now because I wanted to see what was on the TV. I got up really late this day, 10 or something, and I was working until like 3 in the morning on my, timeline template. I can't batch edit the whole thing together because it's too big for my computer to do that. Maybe the program, I don't know. So I have to manually just paste stuff all over the place. Crisscross pasting. You know, like if I wanted to paste the same thing on all of a section of the world, a section of history, I would open everything in that folder. But if I want to do everything in this section of the world, I would open up that section of the world in all the folders. And that's what I'm working on now. And and it won't be perfect when I'm done. I'll have to go zoom around and fix them as I go around. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just go around clicking links on the timeline. I've done this before. And until I've just filled up my Dreamweaver with all of the pages I can handle, depending on how big they are. So the earlier I fix them all, the better. So I'm going to have to do it thoroughly. Like thoroughly before I get anything on, and I have a bunch of stuff to cut and paste. Like I said before, every day in my videos, really quickly, ChatGPT built for me. It was like as I was doing it on the side with this, you know. That's why what makes it so. I want to fix this template so much because it's already ready. I have from 19 to 1950. I have every single country on ChatGPT for every single decade. And I asked ChatGPT, what happened in this country in this decade? For every country. From 1900 to 1950, and that's one page. And then the other one, 1950 to 2000, and then and then I have another one that expands up. 2000 to 2005 for every country for every year, and then 2005, 2010, same thing. So, and then future, everything that I have for future, and I use that for world. I don't have it per country, and I could fine tune that later. But So this is just so I could fill it up as well as fixing the template. And then I can do a tour. I want to be able to do a tour on my timeline so that I can ask for money to finish it. Otherwise, nobody's going to understand, I think, even the value at all of the timeline, which is kind of bizarre. People sleepwalking, but I can give a tour. You know, the best thing to give a tour on is North Europe, 1500 to 2000 England. Click around on that. In fact, I might be able to do a demo right now because I usually have it open on my inner tube. Yeah, look. So here, I'll do even the demo like this. So that's North Europe, right? And so then you do it like this way and that way, going forward and backward in time. You can see the king. So if you click anything here, it's a link, dude. Like that. That was the link to that. I get that looks like the dictionary of the English language, you know, and then you just hit the back button and that takes you back up. So you use it for a, and we'll zoom out to show you what it looks like in the whole page. And the way to zoom out is really simple. You just double tap, and that did like halfway, double tap all the way out, and yeah, right? Then if you do it like that, you can see it even better. There's all these different dimensions, and so, and you can move more forward and backward and all the way through time and up and down instantaneously for the testing, which you want it instantaneous. So it's all shaping up to be perfect, and so if you can imagine that being on every country, dude, all over the world, everywhere. I'm going to call it an open source site timeline so that inviting people to just throw whatever is in there in ChatGPT that I put on all my timeline. If they wanted to help, they could put that in their ChatGPT and have it converted, like built as to first per specs for my timeline, then and mail it back to me, and I could paste it on, you know, and then create stuff, you know, like you can make up stories. You're gonna have to fill this up. I actually have all of these with 3 across. I probably shouldn't have 3. It's probably too much. 3 per country, like for the end of time, like that. But you know, it offers how many? 30. Gives you 30 things to happen in 100 years. In a country. So each country, I guess, gets something every, on average, every 3 years, and so it's like it's a pretty good pinpointing of history, man. You know, it's like exponential. It's like detail. But the little bird is out there doing it some more. Whatever. If they want to do that and kill all my plants, that's fine. I'll just plant them again, and that can be something that they do, and then that kind of mimics them living in the wild. So, yeah, yesterday, the reason I was up so late last night was because I was doing East Europe and trying to finish it. I finished the one before that. Can't remember which one it was. East Asia, I think. Yeah, and East Europe. Both of them yesterday. So I did 2 of them yesterday because there's 19 in total. And then, and that's like a big milestone. That's why I'm just working around the clock, because I'm trying to finish this. But if I can only do 1 a day, that's almost a month. If I do 2 a day, then I'm done in like 10 days. So, and I already did a few, so that's, yeah, so after I do that, I can then go back in and link, practice the links and work on fine-tuning it, which is going to have a lot of imperfections because, you know, it's just, you can't do it right all the time. You try to grid fix it, you know, all across, all down, but stuff always happens, and so yeah, a lot it's going to be undone and not fixed. But try to get it fixed, and then paste it in from the from what ChatGPT said. So the book that I'm listening to right now is Revolution 2.0, about the revolution of Egypt, how they used social media for it. It was right, kind of like right at the dawning of social media in Egypt, and yeah, and that was what allowed them to all get together in Tahrir Square and overthrow Mubarak. I have like an hour left. And then I can't remember the other book that I got that I'll listen to after that. But I'd like to get in the habit of having my computer reading books that are on my computer to me. But I think I'll save that until I have them all in menu, so I can have it read it to me in menu. And I'm just not, if I'm smoking this much weed and doing something this tedious, you know, which is what this is. Well, everything that I do is I just want to, I can't focus on that. I'm too like high to focus on like a computer voice, just reading something at double speed to me. It's better to do the audibles where a person reads it. When I do those at double speed. Or interesting YouTube, I'm doing a bunch of the Disclosure alien interview videos, man. Julian Dory did the dude yesterday about how he freaking met an alien. He was at Area 52, and a lot of what he said, I'm like, dude, what? He said he was driving down a dirt road on Area 51 or whatever, and he sees somebody running at him, but he's running like he's falling forward as he's running. And then he gets in his face and looks in his eyes, and the eyes are double size, and he looks like a serpent, like a crocodile staring at him. And he got scared because he didn't realize he was talking to an alien, even though he was expecting to see aliens out there. I would have gotten excited. And he didn't have ears, and a guy next to him said, he has no ears. And then the guys next to him went into a trance like this. And the alien spoke to him in his voice, but somehow he could understand what he was saying. And he said, my ship broke down. Do you know anybody with triathlide titanium? And he goes, well, why don't you go over to the Area 52 workshop over there where they store those flying saucers? And he looked at him like he was disgusted, like, those cavemen don't have what I need. So he goes, well, I was studying at the community college, and my professor, he was studying, he has some, like, he might have some titanium. He might know somebody with some titanium stored. And the guy's like, okay. And then he ran back, and he saw his flying saucer taking off, but in a diagonal way because it was broken down. And then his friends woke up and didn't remember what happened. But then, like, 20 years later, he wanted to talk to the guy about it, and he didn't want to talk about it. So, but yeah, and other guys like that. But now I'm listening to the one about the old guy talking about World War II veteran. I'm like surprised at how sharp these old dudes are. Like they remember it like yesterday. It's amazing. Learn about history. So I'm gonna finish that one, but I wasn't doing it lately. Right now I should have been. I was just listening to music, but I'm getting more bored with music even though I'm high. I think if you're like a scientist watching this clinically, interested in like the effects of weed on the brain or whatever, or weed and aging brain, I'd be like, right about now is probably where the brain starts to get a little bit sick of the weed, because I'm starting to having short-term memory problems. I think more than before, so I don't know. But I haven't started to get frustrated with the web stuff yet, because you do have to have short-term memory for that, but not that much. Like, if I start having not enough to be able to remember like what I was trying to paste on the next page, it's like, god damn, dude. The kind of short-term memory you need to do what I'm doing here is about equal to the short-term memory you need, like if you're going to go back and forth between rooms and get different things, you know? Like you're basically like, who's the guy who hands the tools to the surgeon? You're the surgeon handler. If you do that all day, somebody's like, give me that, and you go back, give me that. That's basically what it's like. So you can be high, but you can't. But you have to be focused. You can even be high and listening to something like an audiobook or something, But that's a little bit difficult to listen to, like an audiobook read by a computer. Maybe if you're really high, you'd rather listen to music and expect to make mistakes every once in a while. For example, just now, I was making this really bonehead mistake over and over again. I was on the page, and I have to create links for, I'm doing Oceania right now, which is one of the more time-consuming ones. And I have to click here. And so this is for Solomon, because it's red. I see the red on the outside. So I have to click here, and then click here, which is its ID, and type Solomon. I just pasted. I double click, copy, paste. So what I was doing was what was I doing? Oh man, now I can't even remember what the hell I was doing. Anyway, I was like pasting the wrong thing on there. Like, oh yeah, I remember what I was doing. That red thing, that red border, I had to click on the red border. Here, I'll show. I'm giving demo. So what I do is I click inside, and then I go down here and I click on TD, which makes that get covered around. And then I click on that, and then it goes down, right? Now, instead of clicking on, when it goes down, on the drop down, clicking on red border, I was clicking on Solomon Islands, like whatever I was looking at. And I did that on like 3 in a row. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And I do that every once in a while. And that's kind of something you do when you're high. But yeah, to do it now is like, if I start doing that too much, I'm like, ugh. I need to like, because like, getting good at history, yeah, if you look at my timeline and you look all over, you might be like, yeah, this guy's really good at history, which is true. I am good at history, but I'm not as good at history as I would be if I were to finish the timeline and then study, or not even work on the timeline, be like a normal person with like a history degree, or somebody who knows history, and then who thinks like me and likes my timeline like I do, and then were to study with it, like the cue card way, like you're learning vocabulary for a country or something, for a language. Like, you could get better at history than how I am, like perform on the test better. And yeah, like, I don't know, like, well, it depends on how good your history is, because my history has been creeping up. But I could, like, make it so much better, like, make it double it in a month, and then double it maybe again in a month after that, just from studying it. So that's why I want to fix it, I was just trying to study it before, and I was like, whoa, it was enough for me to be like, this thing doesn't even work. I need just to work on it for like a month. So, yeah, and all of this stuff I'm fixing on all of the template and everything. I'm only going to fill it up on the 1900, on 4 of them, which is a lot, but not all of them. So it's just to get it all up to snuff. Because I gone on here and I was like, there's all these different things I'm having to top off, because whenever I had the idea to do something as it crept in, and then I tried to implement it on the whole site, I couldn't finish it because it was too tedious. There's like 662 pages or something on my site. So, and I have to do it on all of them. So, yeah, and it also, there's also some things that I'm adding, I'm making better. Here, I'll show that. For example, and that things I'm not even sure I considered before, which is really bizarre. So, like, the way that it used to be is, I'll show it on this next one, because this is the one that I just did. It was like, here's my Oceania from 3000 BC to 500 BC. Right? A lot of detail. And so this is all I have built on it now. I have to build all of these up, to all those down for everything. But I'll just paste it on, and I might paste it all the way up to the top, which I think I will, paste it from here down. But, yeah, and then I have to paste all these in, because I just got the idea to put the Oceania image there and then make it way bigger. And I did have it at 32, and then but on the last one I realized you can make it bigger. Like I want to make it as big as you possibly can. So I decided to put it, the last one at 50, maybe this one at 50. A lot of them don't have these topped off. I have to do those, and I'm just pasting them because they're set in different ways for some reason, and so I have to paste all these on, and then not all these are up or topped off, and yeah, and then I have to paste it from here down, and so yeah, so I have a feeling like there was something else I was gonna say, but oh yeah. So like, I have all of the list of countries down here. There's 15, which is like, oh no, and this is somehow the old one. Like this is some old design. Makes no sense to me. Like why would I have other? What do you mean by other? I didn't know there were other like principalities. I don't need to put those little things on there. That would be for like America. Maybe that's what I'll think about. But I should have just written that. But anyway, I had it down here. And then I was like, why don't I have the list of countries up here? And so I started doing that on all of them. And so now it's like, yeah, duh, because you want it next to it because this is the first expanded version where you click to different pages. So inside of each one of these, you want it right next to it because it shows what's inside of what, and then you can compare the countries to the little countries you see inside here, and they're the same shape and color. So this is Oceania, so it's here. For some reason, these don't show on here. Oh, but it's on the internet. Duh. So here's on the internet, and so here's Oceania, and you can even double tap. That's why it's cool to have these on here. Brings it up to the whole size, and that works on a cell phone too. And so you go down here, and there's Oceania. And so, right next to Oceania, oh man, oh yeah, no. Right next to Oceania, you see they have all of the different maps of the countries. For some reason I didn't fix the color on that. It's supposed to be a background of pink. So there's the next one, the next island, Palau, background of orange. This one's, I'll fix the background color to make it more aligned for the ones that I had to build here. But Nauru, Marshall Island was an atoll, same thing with Kiribati, Papua New Guinea. Oh no, I have to fix that. Oh shit. Oh man. Oceania, good thing that I didn't already do it and did not catch that, because that's the island, that's not the country. Solomon Islands, yeah. And so so what I had to do, when I build these, is I have to link these to the Google Earth. They'll all have their own Google Earth. Maybe I'll fix it later, but I wanted to build it now. I had to create the links, and then these go to the audiobook page. But I could switch the link to the UN page, because this is like the UN timeline. All of those are UN subregions, and that's a UN region. Oceania is a UN region. And there's the 14 countries inside of the UN subregion. And so I have all 210 or whatever countries according to the UN on my site. As well as a couple of territories that, because they're big, like French Guiana, I included. And I had to include South Sudan, and luckily I got that in time before I built it up. Because that was actually created in 2011, which was after I built the site, and somehow I didn't get around to fixing that. And yeah, that's interesting. So it used to take me forever to build this thing before, because the computers are really slow, and yeah, I had to copy and paste. There wasn't as much to choose from, and yeah, also. The design of it, forever to find this design takes forever. And there's also another new design that I'm changing my mind on. So before, these things were aligned to the top, and now I'm aligning them halfway down. But I'm keeping this aligned to the top. So before I had everything aligned, but then I stopped doing that because I stopped being sure. So I'm not like definitive about it. So now I'm just leaving it. Otherwise I'd have to do it for the whole site. So, yeah, so one interesting thing is that, like, for these countries, we'll double tap, you can see that they're all, you know, a whole great deal of detail. Well, they didn't have enough detail before, and when I updated the images and uploaded them and everything, and then I refreshed the pages to check, it, like, the images stayed fuzzy forever. And then after a few days, they finally came in. Like, I don't know, maybe that one will become less fuzzy in a couple days. So I do not even understand how it got that way. But, just everything else, it updated immediately, you know, as soon as you upload it and refresh it, you see it. So maybe it was just because there's such detail or such size to it, such dimension, like changes the rules, you know? Because like when I was pasting these on here, and when I paste these on here, I'll see it. It has all those images of the countries next to the name of the country with the 14 different countries in the table. When I paste it all on to the other pages, like, it'll sit there for a sec, but the images will be off kilter, off on another, and then it'll take a while for them to come back. So anyway, it's like quantum physics. Like, once you get small enough, the rules of physics change. Once we're working on something big enough, that's why you can't do batch edit on it. You know, it's just too big. If you use batch edit on everything, there's only something. So you can do batch edit with higher volume if you do it on like stuff in per folder, choosing like everything in this folder that it's not open. Then if you're doing it on everything that's open, but you have to make sure that you back that up right away before you do it. Like right before you do it in another one, in case it doesn't work right, because you can't undo it. Anyways, yeah, today I went over to my mom's house. So yeah, I'm trying to get a job. Like, I'm critical with getting a job. But I had to like restart the computer. I shouldn't have restarted the computer. I forgot. I need to go back to these pages. I just burnt out. I need to do it tomorrow. Because I need to completely finish filling out. There's this temp agency site in Boulder I need to fill out there, get onto them. There's the Target site I need to fill out and get on there all the way. And then there was, yeah, I'll have to look at the favorites and my jobs folder. I have a jobs favorite folder that I took too long to start. I wanted to get a job at Whole Foods, but their website wasn't sending me my like verification code to get logged in to apply. So I called, and then I got cut off, and I had to call back. And then they finally were like, "Yeah, we'll contact you when we tell you we have your application online, or we can send you the link to apply." So I'm like, okay, hopefully they will. I guess they have a bunch of openings. I'd like to get a job here, the one right here on Pearl, because it's like 2 blocks away. But and then oh yeah, I called one place for taking care of old people, and I guess they said they'd let me know and they needed somebody. And then I have an interview for tomorrow between 3 and 4 for taking care of old people here. So yeah, I wanted to have the job where I teach preschool, but like I'm way too critical with money. I didn't research actually that. I should have maybe researched it more, but I should just get another job first, because like I think I have to. I emailed and called somebody about if I could get like a discount on it. There's some program for that, but the classes are like $700. It takes like 2 months from Front Range. That's what I saw, and I can't like invest, and I don't think even less than that, or time, like, because I have to pay taxes in March, and I can't. I don't have like March 15th or something, and I'm still sinking, like with money, regardless of that. And then I have the other taxes in April. So I put another ad for a roommate on Boulder Creative Housing, so I could get money for that. I put the ad for $850 for a room, but like these birds are so damn loud. Like I'd have to. In fact, I forgot to put it on the ad. I'll put it on the ad. Like watch out, the birds are loud. You know, but also because I have 4 parakeets, but I also need to look into, and I didn't do it today because I'm like getting too hooked on this. I need to do it tomorrow, but my mom doesn't want me to. But I need to get on. Oh man, did I lose my train of thought? I just thought of another thing that I wanted to do, but then I forgot about that too. Getting excited about too many things. Oh man. Yeah. So, yeah, like doing all of this work, all of this copying and pasting stuff, it's like not that all that good for the brain, dude. It'll like make you brain dead. But it's super exciting, the idea of getting this timeline fixed, because I want to do a demo, and I wanted to do, yeah, because if I do a demo on YouTube, and then a lot of people like it, I could be like, hey, look at all the likes and the videos of my demo. Like, give me a foundation donation, because or donate to one of my Patreons and stuff. You know, I have Patreon and all the other money raising sites on my site. It's just that it hasn't caught yet. However, I got like 60 hits yesterday. So like, what is this going to continue? Like, am I all of a sudden interesting? Because then I could be like, go to my main site and then watch that when I do the tour of my timeline. And then share my vision, you know? Because it's not all that useful if the only country I can do is England. But then, like, imagine if you had, like, a little toy that had England, you know? Like, look at the English. You know, it's simple for a kid because it only has, like, 150 things to choose from. 3 rows, 30 things per decade, 5 decades. You know, what was that? How many across? 3 times 5. 10. 10 times 5, 50. So 50 across. If you can memorize all those, then you have qualified. You're like certified in England, history of England. There you go. And then go and get certified, and then you can brag about how many countries you're certified at. And there you go. You're your own grade and grader, you know, who has control. Because I ordered my transcripts just in case anybody asked for them, and I wanted them anyway. Like maybe they want your transcript for the Colorado Community College. I was going to do the education, I don't know. But it was only $10, and yeah, I got it. Maybe I got it yesterday, and I got it emailed to me today, and I printed it up, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, God damn it, these motherfuckers give me horrible grades. I had a 2.3 GPA. Like I didn't even know it was that low. See, so get this, I had a 2.3 GPA, but I showed up to every single class. Like I never skipped a day at all. I was one of those anal people. Like I'm basically an A student. I did all the homework on time, and I did it all perfectly up to snuff, and that's my GPA. And it's like, fucking bastards. And I didn't learn anything, and I couldn't have any control over what I was taking. I told my parents, I'm like, this place is stupid. I don't think they want me here. I'm going to leave. And they're like, no, you have to stay. I should have complained more, but anyway, so to get revenge, I put it up on Flickr. So you can go to my Flickr, check out it's like links from my front page of my site. Check out my transcript, and I'm going to do a YouTube video of it, and I'm going to link it to all of the videos of Fort Lewis. Be like, how could somebody with these grades and those classes have a website like that and like make YouTube videos like that? It's because your guys' fault, you motherfuckers. Fuck you. People need to stop with these bullshit schools and that grade system, and then that could actually work in my favor, because once everybody evacuates that old system, they'll be like, oh shit, we have to go somewhere that has like a rule system, because they're all posers, pretenders. They pretend to have a rule system. I was looking at it like that many points means this and this and that and that. That's what I'll include in my video. But like mine makes sense, and mine's all black and white. You know, it's the test of truth. If you're here and you're actually taking it on YouTube, like that's what technology is. YouTube and websites is to do these tests. Not to sit around and have everybody watching each other on YouTube. Like, there's way too many pundits on YouTube just talking shit, and then they make people make money talking trash about people talking trash about each other, and it's like, oh my god, how many levels of this insanity are we gonna get to? Before we start doing the test, you know. So I want to do like a commercial with my mom, where I'm like da 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 da, and taking the test, and then she's like, oh no, get away from your phone, you know, because people complain they're addicted to the phone too much. So then the next scene is me taking the test, and then she's like, give me your phone, and I'm like, I'm taking the test, and she's like, oh, okay, you know. So yeah, so I think I'm onto something, and so hopefully, you know, the 60 people who are watching me now daily are not hate watching me, but they're actually like looking at my website. My website actually did get more hits too. And so, you know, the one thing that corresponds to what I'm doing is, correlates is, that, you know, all these jobs that I'm applying to, like I applied to like 10 or 20 more jobs or something, 10, 15 more jobs on Indeed today, and I get ignored there. So if I start applying to all the jobs and all the job sites, right? People have to look at my resume. So it's kind of like the same thing as me like knocking on businesses and being like, hey, check out my website. Hey, nice to meet you, right? Because then I go to my website and like, because like I'm at like 6,648 people, but I only broke 66 like a couple days ago, I think, a few days ago. I need to keep track of it. I'm too much of a stoner to remember that kind of stuff. But I do screen captures, but I'm almost too much of a stoner to remember to do the screen captures, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is, and it like spiked. Usually it's 100 new people visit my site. You can see right on the front page. Like you can monitor just as easily as I can. And it also does it by hits. Because like I was looking at the hit counter, and maybe I forgot that that's how I did it, but I was hitting refresh, and every time I hit refresh, I saw the hit counter go up. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like I could sit there, if I had a bunch of friends, I could be like, hey, let's hang out all day and just hit the refresh and get to the hits on my website, like so big that I could use it to like try to get like advertisers on there or something. But so yeah, that's cool. It shows how many times like I've been there, you know, compared to other people. I said like 17,000 or something, but anyway, so I'm kind of buzzed from this energy drink that I got. I kind of nursed it. But yeah, it'll be so much, I think it'll so much be easier for me to get a job. I mean, and I don't mean like get a job as in make myself appealing so somebody would hire me. I mean like, do the work of getting a job. Once I'm done, gotten to this like stopping point of fixing this template, because I kind of feel like, you know, it'll look better to other people if it works. Like I have to even be able to even use it, you know, and have the links work and stuff on it. So yeah, I need to fix up, also look at the different money raising sites on my site that I'm connected to, so that it's all up to date and says what I'm up to and isn't blank. Like maybe they deleted everything so you could copy and paste what's on my site. But yeah, there's so much I have to do. Like I have to write what's on my site. That's like at the end. I was thinking about making business cards. I wanted to make business cards. And my mom was like interested in that, but that would take time. So I'm like, no. I'd have to get a job first. So yeah, I'm interested in the temp agencies. Try to contact more temp agencies tomorrow. The reason I didn't accomplish more with that today was because, and I like got burnt out before I filled out these 4 forms on my computer, was because yeah, I was on the phone so long with like not getting on Target, and like I was going to be like a stalker or something Target, and so I had to wait online for that and the phone, and I was just working on my site during that. But yeah, I think right now like a job I'd love to get would be like a stalker of food over at Whole Foods. What I'd prefer the most is not have to get a job, but you know, I don't know. Maybe it's a pipe dream that people would understand my site by now. But the thing is, like, what I'm doing with my site right now is like so. It's such a big improvement. I'm thinking to myself, why didn't I do it before? You know, and I remember the last thing I did before on the site that took a long time, where I was working a lot on the site, was my ancient history timeline. I was copying and pasting, like dinosaurs and stuff on there, and I think even putting it on the horizontal, on the and it was like, yeah, a long time, and yeah, and the last time I was working on the ADBC timeline, I don't remember. Yeah, so it yeah, so it's kind of like forever, and it's amazing. I'm like boggling my mind. Like, am I nuts? Thinking of all of the Google Earth stuff that I did, like random, I was doing like Google Earth trails and stuff. Like, yeah, after this and in between this, so it's like I couldn't stay focused on my website or the timeline. And so now when I'm working on it, and it's as basic as it is, especially how it was a couple weeks ago, where the links didn't look all symmetrical and good on the ancient history timeline. And there were still a couple pages that were messed up. I was like, oh my God, dude. Oh, how is it like this far in? So if I could get this done, get this template done, so it at least links, it would be like, I would feel so much more confident about my site, you know, being impressive for people. And also, once I can paste all of the Google Earth, I mean, the ChatGTP stuff onto it, make it even better. And then once I can paste all the ChatGTP stuff that it built, and even built the tables for the menus for all my books that I want to put on. So I'm like, damn it, man. Like, I don't need that much more time, like a month, but I don't have the money. That's the problem. Like, I'm sinking financially because I guess, yeah, all the interest is killing me, and all the bills that come, and now it's taxes will sink me even more. I'm like over 4,000 in debt in my credit card, and that has a limit of 11. And once I hit that, it's like, what am I going to do? Go into I have this other credit card. I could start spending on the, oh God, Amazon one. And then there's the other one that I can do. That's 30% after a year, but no percent before. That's like, God, I need to get hired. So anyway, I wish I had have been more forethought for the getting the certificate, because then I could get a preschool teaching job right away, because they're always advertising for those. And yeah, but I'm glad yesterday was the first time I definitively knew what I needed. And then I saw another place that said it. I need course 1301 and 1306. Or it's like 1306 and 13101 or whatever. Yeah, it's like guidance, and then it's early childhood education. Yeah, so. And there's one online course that you could take at $234. So I needed to go and find that. So. Yeah, but man, I feel like I can't, because then I'm not even for sure that I'll even get hired. You know what I mean? Because I'm not getting hired for any of these other ones, and so it's like too risky. I need. So, anyways, there's the temp agency, other than those that I can try to do tomorrow. Why didn't I call them? I think I was too busy on the line with Whole Foods. So that's the story. Trying to get a job. Yesterday was the first time I hung out. And I know this is crazy. First time I hung out and spent the night, actually. I think ever. First time ever in my entire life. I spent the night in my guest room because it's too cold here, and it's actually not that bad now. And I have an electric blanket, which totally fixes everything. But I was just like uncomfortably cold in here because it's like really cold outside, like 10 degrees or something. And once it gets that cold, like the heater can't keep up here, just generally. And I think maybe because I'm like on the corner of the building and it's just bleeding out. But the guest bedroom is in the hallway, next to the hallway. And I noticed, and I went and hung out in there just on the bed, and it was like cozy. I could hang out without a blanket all night long. Totally cozy in there. I need to actually include that in the advertisement. Yeah, in here. Oh man. But um, yeah. So I could. That's why I was kind of working in there, chilling out, and it was cool. It was like a new environment, and it's totally different situation too. Because that's when I'm trying to rent out, which I can't because I'm too much of a freak. But I put the ad for the first time. I gave up because nobody was answering me for months. So I put the ad for the first time today. But like my whole apartment, the general theme is like everything on the wall is covered with something. You know, like it's just jam packed with stuff. But that room is like a normal room. And so when I'm in there, it's like I'm in some like normal like hotel room or something. It's cool. And so, but I was hanging out. Then it's peaceful. It has another vibe. It doesn't have a cluttered vibe. You know, like my room, it doesn't physically. This room here in my room doesn't physically really get in your way. My room kind of does. But visually, it's kind of like, I don't know. To a lot of people, it kind of has this kind of a vibe to it. So when you're in a room like that, you kind of feel like whoosh vibe. So anyway, but yeah, I was in there until 3 this morning. We're not so yeah. If I did 2 yesterday and I finished East Europe today, which is my first, so I can finish this one today. But this is one of the more time consuming. East Europe was easy. Because it was only, and I think I did, yeah, and the reason I did 2 yesterday was because one of them was North America, which was only 3. Canada, America, and Mexico, so, and then East Europe was only 10, so this one with 16, you know, could make it difficult. But if I finish this, that means 2 days in a row where I do 2, which means I'm on the track to finish in a week and a half, so, you know what I mean? But then I have to redo the country of the first, like, 3 that I did, and I didn't really complete all those anyway, because, that was before I realized I needed to put the images of the countries. Yeah, it's like I couldn't barely keeping up with myself. So yeah, once it gets up, it's like gonna be majorly like milestone, dude. Like, and I'm scratching my head, like, why did I neglect it for so long? You're crazy. So, but it wasn't really until that recently where it's actually just now where I was doing, where I created the images, the backgrounds for the different countries. So for with all their corresponding colors. So. Yeah, so, but I could have updated this much before, so. Anyways, that's why I'm like 100%, but going 100% is like my natural speed, but I'm getting too old for this. Like, my hip is hurting all the time now. Like, I have the hip problem. And when I stretch it, like, I think I'm not worried, like, oh no, I'm going to need hip surgery, feel old. Because, like, I feel like I know how to fix it. Like, I just stretch it, because when I stretch it, it's sore. So you just stretch it all the time, like crazy. And I need to stretch it when I'm working on it, though, too. I could stretch it and work. And I haven't been doing that, because I've been smoking the weed and stuff. But, yeah, I have to do that. Stretch it while working, and even in my room. Get in the habit of that. But because it's been kind of cold, maybe that's why. But, and also lift weights. And, you know, get in running finally. But, oh, my God, like, yeah, I'm really going to need the exercise. That's why I need help, like, to get work. Like, if I have to work, I'm not really exercising, and then I'm on the site fucking myself. It's like, wow, man, I'm going to get really discouraged with society. Like, really? You guys still can't tell any value? It's like, wow. That's cool. I guess it also kind of reinforces that I don't have any competition. And so I'm peerless, and so I don't have to worry about that, you know? Even sharing. I don't have to be like, TM, like, no, dude, you don't even get it. Like, so, oh man, I just got a hunger pang. I'm gonna have to go get food. Did I put something in the microwave and forget to take it out? I've been doing that too, which drives me crazy. Just the other day, like a week ago or whatever, I get up in the morning and I open the microwave, and it had a huge bowl of tomato soup with an entire can of tuna in it. And I'm like, oh man, am I gonna eat that now? It's been there all night, and I throw it out. I was like, I don't want to. It's like, damn it, I wasted so much money on that. Fuck. So, yeah, I gotta make sure. But I got like $335 of food at Costco at the beginning of the month, like when I had money. And I was like, yeah, if I blow a shitload of money here, like, it'll keep me from blowing stupid money over at the Safeway and not this time. I have been going there every day and spending $3 a day, though, on an energy drink. I've been hooked on cookies and cream flavor or whatever. I can't remember exactly what it is, but on what company? Can't even remember. But and it wires me too. That's why I sip on it. But yeah, it's $2.76, a little over $3 after taxes. So that's like on sale now. So, but I don't know, fixation because I'm smoking weed. But dude, I got weed. The weed's lasting. Like if I go and I look, how long did that weed last? I could be like, huh, maybe I could keep being a stoner. Because if I'm going to keep working on the site like this, I have to keep being a stoner. Because if I'm smoking weed, like I'm cool with it. I'm like, all right, even if it's making me stupid, too stupid to like watch intellectual videos all the time, and I sitting here in silence a lot. Like I'm not really complaining because I'm here looking at this like I'm being stoned, looking at this like, oh my god, it's getting built. Oh my god, it's getting built. Normally I'd be like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm building this like tedious ass thing, you know. So, anyways, hey, along with all the hits, like I don't know what group of people. Because somebody commented and they said the Reddit kids, well, I guess it's people saying meat if you get meat comments, and people can be cruel. So I hope it's not a bunch of like 13-year-old Redditors like, we found somebody to be douchey to. It's like, are any of you 13-year-olds like have rich parents who could donate to my site, dude? Like, doesn't anybody hire me for a job or donate to me to my site? I do these videos every day. It's like, at least now the videos are getting hits, you know, so nobody wants to like on them because I guess you don't like when people make history websites. So whatever, because if you like on it and you comment or whatever, subscribe. I did get like 9 subscribers one day. That's what gets you algorithmatized, and then you get the hits, and then I could maybe even get motivated to make better videos, and then you can make money, and then there I go. I'm part of YouTube, and my website's part of the world, and we can change the world. You know, you can replace colleges and universities and high schools and stuff, junior high schools, with my website. And you just by performing on my timeline. So that part of my demo is going to be I wanted to only do the demo on my timeline when I have North Europe memorized, but I haven't really had the time to look at it because I'm working on my timeline again. But yeah, dude, I want to. Once I do it perfectly, because it's the same thing as like when you're doing cue cards. Once you do all the cue cards of a subject for learning a language or something, then you've swept it and you've learned it, and you can do the same thing with this. And then if you do it with this, you can try to do it with the rest of the world, and blah, 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 there you go. And it's infinitesimal, and so then you can grade yourself just like that on a grade and have goals where people go to, and the crazy autistic people can wow us, and then the people who are in charge have to take it and do well with it, right? And so it's a great quality control for the people. Anyways, I'm starting to bonk. Like, I went to my mom's house. I didn't have anything to eat today, and I had like a little bit of tomato soup and a little bit of other food. And then I'm here and I'm like, all I had was an energy drink and I had anything else besides that. I'm like, oh my God. So I have to go over there now. So this video is another long video, but hey, a lot going on the site. Still nothing going on. Still everything going on is in my own head. So, you know, look at me like from the 30,000 foot view. Try to look at me objectively. How I could feel like I'm in the Matrix. Like I feel like completely kind of freaked out. I also am the only person, and I'll put it back on the front page of my website, the only person who says that they know where Atlantis is, and I went and I commented on like 50 videos, nobody commented, and then Atlantis got depixelated, right? And so then I mentioned it, and so it's like there's zero response from the world, and now response for getting jobs. And I was just about to tell my mom, I was like, oh shit, I might be like re-immersing in the world, realizing that the world hasn't come along anywhere. Because I'm here sitting in my room, like, and it's been years since I was in college getting fucked over and all this other stuff. And it's like, oh shit, maybe people are still in the same mentality they were 20 years ago, where like, if you have a YouTube video, like, then you won't get hired because now you're crazy. But it's like, no, but all these other people have YouTube videos and they have video videos in them, their jobs. And plus this is Boulder. It's like, come on. So I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah, somebody comment below and tell me that you love my timeline. I know it hasn't happened yet, but it will happen but you know, maybe I need to do when I do a demo of it and upload to my main channel, I definitely will get people commenting, but I don't know if I'll have anybody actually go there. I'll put the link and I'll be like, take the test. How will you do? Somebody better take the test, because it'll be a better test than any of these other tests of anything on there. That's a true IQ test, because if you're going to be able to memorize history, like, you have to have a high IQ to be able to make all the connections and the interests in it to be able to memorize it in the first place. So, yeah, so anyways, that's enough talking. I wonder how long this video was. So I'm going to go and eat. Talk to you tomorrow.